Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims all over the world that's fasting during this holy month of Ramadan. May Allah bless the Muslims over in Palestine and the Gaza Strip. Before we do that, I gotta say this. If anybody know how to get in touch with Mr. Charles Watts, who had footage of me in the boxing team and me in the ring, I hope somebody can get in touch. And a lot of people have been saying they want to see me in the ring. Mr. Watts have all the boxing tapes because he used to be the case manager and used to travel with the boxing team everywhere we went. And hopefully somebody can get in touch with him. He also testified for me at my trial and tried to help me beat that case. He's a good guy. He traveled with the boxing team. He used to wear Wrecking Crew t-shirts like the boxing team did. So if anybody can get in touch with Mr. Watts, please tell him to contact the DC Blacks on Instagram because we need them boxing tapes.
We wanted to start off with, can you just tell us, man, in a lump sum of, what was it like spending 50 years in prison?
Inhumane. When I first came to jail, 1973, the average dude was getting 5 to 15, 4 to 12. And me, Willie Strickland, all of us was in Cashwell. Me and Wookie was the cell partners in CB1 back in the old jail. And I used to say, man, they probably give me 5 to 15, Wookie. We used to say 15 years. You know what I mean? So you never prepare yourself to do life in prison. And back in the 70s, wasn't no whole lot of dudes doing life. They had a dormitory in Lawton called the Lifers Dorm with just a few dudes in there doing life. On the hill was one dormitory, and they called it the Lifers Dorm. Back then, you get 5 to life, 10 to life, 1 to life. And very few dudes had life back then. And, to get 10 to 30 or 15 to 45 was like out of the norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something you used to see in the movies, man. When dudes do 30 and 40 and 50 years, you never even imagined that this can happen to you. You know what I mean? But the government is so wicked, young brother, because you used to have 2 murders and bank robs and get a 20-year UFAC and be on the street in 4 years. So they changed the DC code and they bought that California code system that Reagan had in California, and they started changing the sentencing. So like I told you previously, I came in with armed robbery, assault on police officer in UUV, and only had 2 to 8 and 3 to 9 until 3 years later when they gave me the 75 to life for that other old case. So it took me 12 years to get that back in 85. DC Court of Appeals sorted it out. And I'm thinking I'm coming home, but when the government wants you, when you read books about the Black Panther and Huey Newton and George Jackson, and you start educating your mind and reading about how they did Geronimo Pratt and all them Black Panthers and how they set them dudes up when they were scared of the guys with power, how they killed George Jackson in San Quentin in the prison. You know what I mean? So you hear about how Angela Davis went on the run and Aretha Franklin paid her $1 million bond. And so you start educating yourself and studying politics and studying law, and studying law is like studying religion. You know what I mean? because laws change every day, but we know truth don't change or pass away. The truth is the truth. You know what I mean? So what I did, brother, when I gave the 75 to life back, I started paying attention to the judicial system. But at the same time, I'm still unconscious about the government and how wicked they are. So when the drug laws came into effect and the mandatory sentences, I'm clueless. I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know nothing about no drug laws and the mandatory sentences. So I'm in Lawton, and the crack came into play in the 80s. And I'm hearing about how everybody in DC and all over the place was doing this crack thing. I'm listening about how Rayford was flooding the city. You know what I mean? So what happened, Eon, was the government started plotting on me. They said we got to put this guy away because he got too much power in the law. Me still being ignorant of the law, I said, man, they can't do nothing to me. I'm the mayor down here. I run law. Because people were saying, they're trying to get you, man. High powered people. You know what I mean? I ain't talking just in law. I'm talking down the director's office. Tell Fly, these people asking about him. Lawyers was telling me. So, you know how they always get people that they get arrested on you. You know what I mean? And you get guys supposed to be tough guys and they catch cases. And the first thing people do is give them a plea deal, say, man, we want to drop that case on you, allow this dude. So when I was short in the 90s, Eon, and everybody was planning for me to come home after I gave the life sentence back, this guy that was assigned to the Lawton Task Force was a rookie FBI. So my nemesis that I told you about, Willam Plout, who hated me, you know, he told this guy, I hate this dude. He fought pro. They had programs after this guy. He's been involved with several female correctional officers. One of them quit the job and would come back to see him, and you know, he got officers doing this for him and doing that for him, and we got to get him. And the FBI went on a witch hunt. Every year he running in and out of the U.S. Attorney's office, and all the people in the law and wardens and them saying, you keep coming in here asking about this dude, he ain't doing nothing. If he doing something, we would have locked him up. We'd have called you. You know what I mean? This is where the racism come in, brother. So me still being naive about the law and the mandatory sentence, he can't do nothing to me. I ain't did nothing. But I don't know how vicious they are when they want to lie on you. You know what I mean? And they get these rats to say whatever they tell them to say. So long story short, once they was able to get an indictment 4 years after hunting me down and took me to the federal court in Alexandria, Virginia, you know, the deck was stacked. The deck was stacked against me. And they convinced my lawyer, Mark Rashawn, to sell me out. And he sold me I wouldn't call my witnesses. And they was able to get 5 counts out of 10 to convict me for conspiracy and continued criminal enterprise and some stabbings that they say I ordered. And they give me life with no parole. So once they sent me back to Maryland and then eventually to the ADX is a human warehouse. you sent there to die, you know.